Hi, everyone. We are going to read a book called No Dragons for Tea. And I think it's really important that we do our fire safety at home. So, this is a fun teaching book that teaches us some of the things we need to do if there were ever going to be a fire in your home. And it's really important that we do fire drills and we have places that our children can go. So, if we ever have anything like that happen into our house, okay? So, one warm sunny day at the end of last week, my mom and I went for a walk down to the creek. As I raced down the hill in my little wet red wagon, guess what happened? I ran smack into a dragon. Oh no, I suppose he could see there was fear in my eyes. Oh, as I jumped to my feet with quite a surprise, he sheepishly grinned and he stepped out of the way, but he seemed to be polite and I asked him to play. It was nice of her to ask him to play, huh? And he had a cute bear and some other toys too. With my shovel and pail, we had so much to do. We ran to the creek and then to the bay, and there we went playing on the beach for the day. It's fun to meet new friends, huh? Sometimes fun. Then Mom waved and said, "Oh, now it's time to go and eat. Let's pack up the red wagon. Let's head back up the street." It's hard to stop playing with friends, old or new. So I asked the dragon if he could come too. Mom, she wrinkled her brow and she squinted her eyes and she looked up at the dragon and his incredible size. And then I begged and I pleaded and said, very sweet, "We won't make a mess, Mom. We'll keep everything neat." So at last she said, "Yes, just this one time I agree. You may have the dragon come over for tea." Yay! We had carrots and apples and slices of ham. We had fresh biscuits and strawberry jam, cold glasses of milk, and a great big dill pickle. But the pepper we sprinkled on it sure made my nose tickle. Then the dragon noses twitched and he started to wheeze. Oh no, his eyes misted up. And guess what? He blew out a sneeze. Achoo! Oh no, what came out with his sneeze? A fire. Well, we all know what happens when a dragon achoo. Flames came out of his mouth and his nostrils too. Oh no, what are they going to do? Our tablecloth sparked and it burst into flames. And then the smoke alarm rang. What loud piercing screech. It meant, "Get out fast." So I dropped to the ground. That's smart, getting on the ground. Get away from the fire. The room filled with smoke and I crawled on the floor and I started to make my way to the front door. But the dragon, he got scared and he decided to hide. Oh, you never hide. But I knew when there's a fire, you must get outside. So I grabbed his thick tail and with a big mighty tug, I pulled that big dragon from out of the rug. They got outside. I crept down the hallway and said, "Follow me. I know the way out. We must meet by the tree." You should always have a meeting place. So Dad and Mom and the dragon and the mom and I and the dragon, I met there. And then guess what that silly dragon did? He went back in to get his bear. We should never go back inside. And we ran and we caught him and wouldn't let go. And I said, "Listen, dragon, there's something you should know. Don't ever go back. That just will not do. We can go buy a new bear. We can't buy a new you." So since the fire was burning inside of the house, we went to the neighbors to borrow their phone. Mom knew what to do. She dialed up clear, "Here's our full address," and she sent the trucks near. And did you know the number is 911 if you ever need to call for an emergency? Before very long, down the streets were selling with the red lights and flashing sirens were wailing. The fire crew rushed to start with their tasks. They dressed with their boots and their helmets and masks. They hooked up the hose and ran to the house where they sprayed streams of water, and it got the house doused. And the table, the curtains are lovely snacks too. And it doesn't take long to get the fire. It can go through, your whole house. It's really scary. So you got to get out. The fire chief called out the door with a shout. The smoke made a mess, but the fire is out. Oh, good, the fire is out. It didn't burn their whole house down. I'm so happy. Oh, look, why is he sad? My poor friend the dragon. He knew he was to blame, so he hung his head down and he wept in shame. One of the fire crew said, "Don't be sad. You knew what to do, and I'm quite glad. You are all out safe, and that really is what matters." Then he took his new friend Dragon and showed him the pump and the ladders. Look at this. He took him and showed him. So look at all they get to get in the fire truck. The dragon put on a shiny red hat, and I asked to see where the fire crew sat. She showed him a siren, the hoses and lights, the ladders they climb up and reach higher heights. The rest of the crew checked all of the rooms, while a fan in their doorway blew all of the fumes. So I had to make sure it was completely out. Then the dragon and we went out for a while. I reached up and I hugged him, and he gave me a smile. The next time the dragon and I want to play, we're going to pack up our picnic and we're just going to eat on the bay. We are friends. True and true. The best we can be. But I'll never, ever invite the dragon back to my house for tea. Yeah, why? Because you don't want to have a fire again. So that's a fun way to learn a little bit. We cannot, when we go outside, you stay out. Don't go back in. You can always get new toys. Don't hide in your house if there's ever a fire. And if you ever get a fire on you, you stop, you drop, and you roll over and get the fire off of you. Also, crawling out of the house will keep it so that you don't have the smoke up above will not get into your face. So it's really important that we do those things. Moms, dads, go do a fire drill. I know we do them in preschool, and I love my children and I want them safe. So find a safe place that families can meet.